Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
It's a Thursday night full of wrestling today on the PSP Network. From Bismarck and Minot, WDA wrestling action taking place today all on its own in the spotlight on the network this evening. Thank you for joining us for the Magic City Campus Gymnasium as the Minot High School Magicians host the Legacy Sabres in a WDA duel between 2 teams from different divisions. We'll explain that later on and throughout this season, but we thank you for joining us and welcome in to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show with timely services that won't slow you down and no appointment needed to stay in your car. Drive through oil change. It'll take about 15 minutes at any of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot or Bismarck. Find out more what they do online at VIOC.com. I'm Owen Patterson on the call for today's duel. It's the first duel in almost a month for Minot High. Legacy was last on the mat competing as a team on December 20th, so it's the first time these teams are facing off against a WDA opponent in the month of January in the year of 2025. And for both teams who've gotten off to 500 starts, they've played some tough competition already, or wrestled against tough competition already, and really, when you look at their last times out on the mat in some individual tournaments over the holiday break, 2 teams that are in pretty good looking form heading into the real important time of the year when it comes to the team duel portions. And again, there's a lot of explaining to do, I would assume, at the pregame show, even just for myself, how the WDA standings are going to work this year. But there's a qualification process from the regular season to get into that 8-team conference duel tournament, which will then offer up 4 qualifiers qualifiers for the state team duel tournament at the end of the season. So much to discuss here on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We're going to take a quick break, come back with some notes to know ahead of this WDA duel between Legacy and Minot High. We'll take a look at those standings and our upcoming schedule this week on the PSP Network when we return on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters, unlike those guys. We take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
Welcome back to Minot, where the visiting Bismarck Legacy Sabres have completed their warm-up. So both teams now getting in the zone for this West Region duel, although not necessarily a counter in their own division in the WDA tonight, but still an important one as we get back onto the team side of things throughout the month of January and February to follow. Let's set up the matchup here by looking at those West Region standings after just 1 month of team competition. Obviously, the individual tournaments have been really taking the center stage for these teams, at least again in the first couple weeks of the season. Those first 6 weeks really about those individual tournaments, and then you'll get into the team side in the second half of the year. But as it stands right now in Pool A, Century and Williston, the only teams without a loss so far. I guess Dickinson doesn't either, but they also haven't wrestled in a duel yet this year. Legacy is right in the middle at number 3 at 1-1. This duel will not count towards that record because, well, Pool A, if you play Pool B, that doesn't count for really anything except your overall record. Minot from Pool B right now is in a tie for 4th between Minot themselves, Turtle Mountain, and Jamestown at 0-1. And the important thing there, if you look at the blue numbers, only the top 4 in each pool make it to the WDA Duels tournament later on this year. So a very odd way of scheduling this season, but that's how we're going to have to roll with now. The Legacy, they'll take on some more Pool A opponents. They only have 2 more yet to face off against later on this season. They've already wrestled against Bismarck High out of Pool B, so not to confuse you anymore, but this one will not count towards those standings you see on your screen. That's just the way that WDA Wrestling is set up here in the 2024-25 season. Meanwhile, the girls' duel today between Minot and Legacy, that's taking place in Bismarck. Minot High currently 2-0 to start this season. Got a huge upset win over Bismarck High, who's ranked number 3 right now in the region. Legacy is looking to, I guess, draw even there with the Midgets at the top spot in the West. Again, that that duel happening right now as we speak in Bismarck. Those are your West Region standings. How about we take a look at our upcoming schedule this week on the PSP Network, because we got a lot of good stuff to bring you here as we get into Friday and Saturday. Mentioned today, it's all about wrestling on the PSP Network. Chuck Claremont and John Gums, they're at Bismarck High School's Carl Gard Gymnasium. There they have 2 wrestling duels taking place between Century and Bismarck High. The girls going right now. The boys duel at 7 o'clock, but they're already on the air on the PSP Network for that matchup in the West Region. Again, another one that doesn't count. It's weird to say that Century and Bismarck High meeting on a wrestling mat does not count towards the standings, but it does not this year with Pools A and Pool B. And then Friday and Saturday, a whole lot of basketball for you. Return to the basketball courts. Take the mats off the basketball courts for the big matchup between Minot High and Minot North. I mean, from the people I've talked to, they're hyping it up to be pretty special between the Majettes and the Sentinels, or the Magi and the Sentinels there tomorrow evening. So definitely check that one out if you can't make it towards Sentinel Gymnasium. Another crosstown matchup happening in Bismarck as the Legacy Sabres travel to take on the Century Patriots in a doubleheader. And then one game, a boys basketball game from the Castle here in Minot, North Dakota. It's West Hope Newburgh, the number 4 ranked team in the state, against top 10 Our Redeemers. Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show starting there at 6:45. Then on Saturday, hockey at 4:30 and a basketball doubleheader starting at 2 from Minot as Kenmare Bowbells, the number 2 ranked team in the state in Division B girls basketball. They're in the Castle on Saturday afternoon to take on our Redeemers with the boys game to follow. So still a lot to keep track of this week on the PSP Network. We're glad you chose our broadcast here from Minot as we get you set for this matchup between Legacy and Minot. One more quick timeout and we'll return with the rest of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all.
7, pressure, points, yeah! It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot! Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Another reminder, this is the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. They know you're busy. That's why when you visit any of their service centers in Minot or Bismarck, they won't waste your time or their own. Valvoline Instant Oil Change technicians can typically perform a full-service oil change in about 15 minutes. Find out more of what they do online at VIOC.com. Let's talk about some of the names to know ahead of this West Region duel between Legacy and Minot High. We'll start with the Sabres. Well, just in comparison, these two programs, they have some standout wrestlers at different weight classes. The matchups today, while a lot are going to be good, there are some headline athletes here in very different weight classes for Legacy and Minot High. We'll start with the Sabres, and it's all about the Ensmingers there at 127 and 133. So early on today, get used to hearing that last name. Nicholas, a perfect 24-0 on this season. He's a junior. So is Joey Ensminger at 133 pounds, 9-2 on the year. Both of them were placers in the top 8 at that Rumble on the Red tournament out east, which is probably the biggest individual tournament, I think, on the schedule for at least the regular season for these schools in North Dakota. But Nicholas and Joey Ensminger really had great performances there for the Sabres. So again, get ready to hear that last name quite a bit today in the early weight classes. And then later on, guys like James Marks at 215, you'd expect big days from them. Clark Thompson, another junior for this Legacy program, there at 160 to really have a big night today here in Minot. But you get to those upper weight classes, and that's really where Minot High has been good this season. And one of their top wrestlers has been Lincoln Brooks, the senior. 19 wins in 23 matches in 2024, and then again started out well in that Rumble on the Red tournament. These two teams, like you said in the open there, had very, very good outings individually there at the Rumble on the Red tournament. Brooks was one of them, again 19-4 on this season. Noah Bledsoe wrestling at 172, a 15-7 record for him. And then at the heavyweight, Liam Neff and Cale Risbrut have really gone back and forth there. Risbrut just a freshman, but 16-6 this season. A few JV matches in there for him. And Liam Neff, we saw him wrestle on the varsity in that opening duel against Williston that we carried on the PSP network. But it's very much different places here in this match where these two teams will really look to capitalize on. And if it's anything like that last duel we had between Williston and Minot, which was kind of the same, we should have a good one that comes down to the wire today from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Still waiting to get the official match sheet here from these coaches, and then we'd be well on our way to kicking off this duel between Legacy and Minot. I think they're about to do introductions here, but oh no, this is what we've been waiting for here in the gym. Kind of not sure what was going to be happening here for between 6:15 and 6:30 when we got started, but it's one of the youth wrestling programs, the Dakota Rattlers. They're going to, I don't honestly know what they are going to be doing. Maybe they're going to be wrestling one another. But that's what's going on right now here in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium, one of the youth wrestling programs here in the Magic City on the mat right now. But it's going to be Legacy and Minot. The show later on, 2-2 Sabres against the 1-1 Minot High Magicians. These two teams have a common opponent this season. For Legacy in Minot, it's Bismarck High, and you want to see where you stand in the West region when it comes to wrestling. Go up against the Demons. For Legacy, it was a non-counter match in Pool A because Bismarck High is from Pool B. For Minot, it actually did count towards their standings, and it was actually quite an interesting duel when Legacy met up with the Demons earlier this year. It was Bismarck High that got out to a huge 29-6 lead, but then it was the later weight classes for Legacy that put the comeback together. It would fall just a little bit short. They didn't get enough pins in the end. They were down a little bit too much. And then, of course, lost 2 out of the last 6 matches there, falling 38-28 to Bismarck. And it was very different when Minot faced off with the Demons, again in a match that counted toward qualification for the WDA Wrestling Duels Tournament. And Minot High, they lost 55-15 to Bismarck. They got down big early on, 55-0, but by that point, or sorry, 49-0. But at that point, too much had been accomplished for Bismarck High for Minot to come back. But similarly, like what you saw when they took on Williston, it was Bledsoe, Berg, and Brooks there at 172, 189, and 215 that really helped Minot High get on the board, first of all. But really looking at the future, looks like those 3 wrestlers and a few more there in the higher weight classes really what's going to be Minot will be relying on this season to win these dual matches. We're getting introduced to the Dakota Rattlers wrestlers here at the moment. Again, This might be the whole segment here before we get started with the duel. So we are going to take, well, I did earlier, we're going to take one more commercial break. Hope to get you that match sheet, introduce you to the wrestlers who will be taking part in tonight's West Region duel between the Sabres of Bismarck Legacy and the Magicians of Minot on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Well, it's about time to meet our wrestlers here. Still no match sheet up here at the broadcast position. Haven't gotten that figured out yet. So we will listen in to tonight's matchups here, thanks to the PA announcer. But before then, we'll take this time, hopefully enough time, to recognize one of our sponsors of high school wrestling tonight on the PSP Network, Minot State University, with more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Be seen, be heard, be you. And now I think we're off schedule again.
Now, who's ready to rumble?
Oh, I thought the Rattlers might start wrestling. Okay, we are getting to the introductions now. I'll turn it over.
At 114 pounds, Blake Schneider from Legacy will be wrestling Eli Rogers for the Magi. At 115 Legacy, Joey Ensminger will be wrestling for the Magi, Corbin Kraft. At 133 pounds, Hunter Olsen will be wrestling for the Magi, Caden Villian. At 139 pounds, Tucker Schiermeister will be wrestling for the Magi, Ty Burton. At 145 pounds, Legacy is open. For the Magi, Caden Kraft. At 152 for Legacy, Clark Thompson will be wrestling for the Magi, Rowan Werner. At 160 pounds for Legacy, Sean Peterslick will be wrestling for the Magi, Gavin Tanberg. At 172 pounds for Legacy, Jack Mitchell will be wrestling for the Magi, Noah Bledsoe. At 189 pounds for Legacy, James Marks, Magi open. At 215 pounds, Lincoln Lamar will be wrestling for the Magi, Lincoln Brooks. And at heavyweight, for Legacy, Justin Schiermeister will be wrestling for the Magi, Liam Neff. Legacy is coached by Stephen Monk and Mark Jacobson, assisted by Brandon Owens, Andrew Voorhees, Logan Thompson, Jeff Ensminger, Henrik Jacobson, Hawkins Jacobson, and Drew Snyder. And coach for the Magi, Justin Racine, assisted by Mike Snyder.
All right, there are your matches. We'll tell you them again, of course, as we go on today, but we will start at 107 pounds with a freshman, Dylan Sandness, for Bismarck Legacy against junior for Minot High School. Sorry about that, Jack Combs. So writing the last couple names down here, captain's meeting on the mat with our referee. So here are your matchups today on the PSP Network. If you forgot them from a second ago, at 107, Dylan Sandness for Legacy. He's going up against Jack Combs. At 114, another freshman for the Sabres, Blake Schneider. He will wrestle for Minot High School. They'll bring out at 114. Well, I'm missing. Oh, Eli Rogers. Sorry about that. Eli Rogers. At 121, Nicholas Ensminger, a junior. Talked about him unbeaten on the season so far. He's going to be wrestling Taven Blackaby, a freshman for Minot High School. We might have to cut it short there because we're ready for our first match. At 127, then Joey Ensminger. He'll be going up against Corbin Kraft. That is probably the match to watch today on the PSP Network at 127 pounds. So we are going to get started now at 107 pounds. It'll be Legacy in white on the right and Minot High in the maroon singlet on the left side, starting on the left. And, sorry, still yet to update our scoreboard. We'll get that going later on, but we're underway with high school wrestling today on the PSP Network. It's Sandus for Legacy and Combs for Minot. We'll have 3 2-minute periods. Points for takedowns, reversals, escapes, you name it. And near fall points as well. And there's our first points of the day. It goes to Minot and Jack Combs. Quick 3-point takedown there, and now Legacy Sandness putting some offense together as well. Gets 2 points for the reversal. So he's on the board, but trailing 3-2 to Minot's Combs. Heading off the mat, still 1 foot in play, but not anymore, and our referee will stop this match there outside the circle. Come back to the middle. And we'll pick up where we left off with 1 minute and 1 second left in period number 1. Still Sandness on top right now. Gets Combs onto that left shoulder. There was only one count there and one count again. Flipping back and forth. This time Sandness gets enough for near fall points. He's going to gather all four of them that can be issued to a wrestler at one time, which will put Sandness in the lead unless Combs here can make a move shortly. There's the 4 near fall points for Dylan Sandness, and he's up 6-3 on Minot's Combs. Sandness in his freshman season, 18 wins to 7 losses in 25 matches this year. His 26th. He's in the lead after 2 minutes of wrestling. Legacy did get the first option in these matches from the coin toss. Choose the neutral, choose up, start or start down. And right there, mine actually deferred, so Legacy gets the choice again. Looking for some escape points. That's why he would start where Dylan Sandness did and accomplishes that goal, getting a quick point on the board. There's 3 points for a takedown. 10-3 lead for Sandness at the moment. Our BNC National Bank scoreboard is a little bit lagging here. It's not the scoreboard in the gym. And there's a takedown for Dylan Sandness. After Combs got that initial takedown, it was Dylan's match the rest of the way. And Legacy, they go up 6-0. 6 points for a win by pinfall right there at 2 minutes and 38 seconds for Sandness. And we'll turn now to our match at 114. Eli Rogers goes for Minot against Bismarck Legacy. Another freshman for them, Blake Schneider. Co-head coaches for Legacy, Stephen Monk and Lars Jacobson. And Legacy, they got to feel pretty good about how this match could start out. Just judging these matchups by their win-loss record this season, some placing at tournaments, previous matchups. Legacy, I think early on, an opportunity to build the lead. And it'll come down to maybe an upset win or two at the very end to seal a victory for the Sabres is how this could really play out. But of course, Minot High, they've got some talent everywhere. One open weight class as well for either side, so they kind of cancels each other out. We're heading off the mat right now. Update those wrestler names here as we are on to our second match of the event. Rogers getting back toward the edge of the mat there by Schneider of Legacy. That works toward the middle. It's Eli Rogers in the red for Minot. Already a minute gone by in the first period. Nothing happening yet. They break apart again. Seen a couple of attacks there, and now Rogers able to get one off. Both wrestlers hit the mat. Rogers with a hold on that right ankle of Blake Schneider, not really allowing Schneider to get any leverage there to stand up. And now our referee will stop the match at the moment. 17 seconds remain in the first period. And we start back up. One of the last few moves here of the first 2 minutes. Or will either of these wrestlers get a move off in 3, 2. Rogers went for it, but Schneider denied that one pretty fast. So we'll reset. The choice to Bismarck Legacy, and Blake Schneider will start down on the mat. Schneider is spun back down onto the mat by Eli Rogers, but can Schneider get back up top? In close. Again, Rogers just hanging on to that knee of the Legacy wrestler. Schneider, though, he's got a hold on the right knee. There's the reversal points for Blake Schneider, a 2-0 lead for him. The first points of the duel. Or sorry, the match. This is the second period. 40 seconds have already gone by. Blake Schneider, he's got to rotate Rogers somehow, and there just leans him onto that left shoulder. Rogers, there he gets to standing, but is brought right back down. A chance at a reversal now for Eli rather than just a 1-point escape. You have to swing those legs around. 50 seconds remain in period number 2. Rogers seems to have one of those arms stuck. There, gets the left one free. Schneider pushing towards the edge of the mat. And now they're out of bounds. So bring it back to the center, but nice progress there from Eli Rogers of Minot. No points though. Schneider stopped the escape point and also that reversal look for Eli Rogers, who gets the escape point there, and the lead is cut in half. 2-1 Schneider of Legacy. There's a takedown for Eli Rogers, and now he seems to be in control of this match. Just over 10 seconds remain in the second period. Looks like it'll come down to the third. Another throw there by Rogers. Won't get any points, but maybe a little bit of momentum here going into the third, and Schneider looks a little dizzy after that last throw. Stumbling back toward the center of the mat. Definitely something to keep in mind. Didn't get any points, but maybe an impactful move there from Rogers. There's the whistle to begin our last 2 minutes of regulation wrestling here in just the second match of today's duel at 1:14. Rogers again is standing. There's the escape point. Builds the lead now at 5-2. Win by pin here for Rogers would tie the score at 6. Heading into our matchup at 127, which is a huge one for Legacy with Nicholas Ensminger on the mat. 3-point takedown for Rogers. Well, he wrestled 30 seconds here in the second period, but 4 points for the Minot wrestler. And he seems to be just taking over here at 114. But and look at that next for Minot High. You've got David Blackaby, who's been a pretty good wrestler this season. He'll be just a freshman going up against the undefeated Nicholas Ensminger. So points here for Minot High will go a long way. Few last chance efforts here from Blake Schneider. If he can get anything off. Rogers, though, seems to be kind of having his way. Schneider with a hold of the right leg, again going to the edge of the mat. Reversal there for Schneider. Almost off the screen here, sorry about that, but big shake of momentum there for Legacy's wrestler Blake Schneider. Gets the reversal. He's only down 4 with 38 seconds to go. It'll be one big move here for Schneider, the freshman. But Rogers is able to escape initially. So Eli Rogers again. This match going his way after that first period, which was kind of all about Blake Schneider. Gets to the hold to get the takedown. And we're going to restart again with 12 seconds to go. See there, the coach for Legacy just trying to give a last bit of encouragement, last bit of coaching here to Schneider with 12 seconds to go. It'll take a reversal and then almost an immediate pin for Schneider to have any chance of getting Legacy some points here. 3 seconds. And Legacy looking for a reversal there, but they'll say it didn't happen in time. So a 12-4 win. It really wouldn't have done anything anyway. Well, it would have saved it from being a tech fall win for Minot. That's the big deal there for Legacy. Didn't think about that. 4 points for Minot for the tech fall win rather than just the, major decision. It's been a while. A major decision win for Minot there rather than just a 3-point win by decision. A win of less than 8 points. At 121, and it's time for Minot to throw a freshman out there on the mat, Taven Blackaby, wrestling against Nicholas Ensminger. I have an issue with the Legacy individual wrestler score there at 39-0 at the moment. Nicholas Ensminger, individual champion at 121 pounds in that Rumble on the Red tournament. Legacy, they have taken part in 4 team duels so far this season. Still got scoreboard issues here. Just as they're counting down, it goes right back up, so we have a delay here in the wrestling. Legacy again 2-2 on this season. It's their first duel since beating Turtle Mountain out of Pool B 65-9 on December 20th during the holiday break, really. And in that matchup against Turtle Mountain, Ensminger was able to get a pin in just 24 seconds. Bismarck Legacy some big wins this year. That last one 65-9 against Turtle Mountain, also 58-6 to open the season against Watford City. But those 2 losses back-to-back early in the month of December, really close. A 14-point loss to Bismarck High. We talked about the comeback that Legacy had to make in that. The only points for Legacy out of those first 7 matches against Bismarck were from Ensminger, who got a pin in 22 seconds over Bismarck High's Kayshawn Spencer. And against Bismarck Century, just a 38-33 loss, meaning it really came down to 1 match. There was an unsportsmanlike issue to Legacy, so just count the matches, it was 38-34. And there, Ensminger got a pin in 35 seconds. So Blackaby, if he can stay on the mat for a minute, that'd be something not many have done in the WDA this season against Nicholas Ensminger. 6-4 lead for the Sabres as a team. Here's Ensminger's move. Blackaby's going to get out of it. Blackaby. There is the takedown from Ensminger. And then he'll let Blackaby get that escape. 3-1 right now for Legacy's wrestler. Now Ensminger again takes Blackaby down to the mat, lets him escape. We've seen this tactic before. You just get that to a big lead, a major decision win, the tech fall win. More takedown points for Ensminger. A 9-2 lead. There is the count for the near fall points, and it looks like we've got a pin to follow shortly. It has been over a minute now. Just holding on, Blackaby keeping one shoulder up. Ensminger finally gets it to touch the mat, and that is a win by pinfall for Bismarck Legacy after 1 minute and 16 seconds. It's Nicholas Ensminger who improves to 25-0 this year. He's going to be definitely a wrestler to watch as we get into the postseason action. Of course, for the team duel aspect, but a lot of individual accolades on the way for Nicholas Ensminger. 12-4 lead for Bismarck Legacy on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Their life's busy, that's why they'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. At 127, mentioned it in the Valvoline Oil Change pregame show. This might be the match of the day. Joey Ensminger for Legacy. Corbin Kraft for Minot High. Ensminger, the junior, there gets the legs of Kraft and gets the takedown. But Corbin Kraft, just a freshman, but a lot of experience he's gaining this season. And wrestling well. Another guy with 20 wins already. 23-5 record for Corbin Kraft. Out of the belly there, but to the edge of the mat are these wrestlers. Onto his shoulder. Kraft able to flip back over out of bounds. He still has 1 foot on the mat. And 3 near fall points for Ensminger there before play got stopped. $6-0 lead for Joey Ensminger on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We restart with 50 seconds to go in the first period. Our match at 127. Kraft still on the stomach there. Gets both hands away. Ensminger, though, right back to the wrist there of Corbin Kraft. Again, towards the edge they go. Rolling out of bounds, trying to get Kraft onto that shoulder, but Kraft doing a good job of really playing a lot of defense here. Down early. Just trying to get this to a second period, maybe start things over. After a big start for Joey Ensminger to this match. Ensminger finished in the top 8 in that Rumble on the Red tournament. The last time that Legacy or Minot High were in action on the mats. After 2 minutes, it's a 6-0 lead for Legacy's Ensminger. We'll start neutral here to our second period. Kraft scoreless, but see this as an opportunity, kind of flush that first period of wrestling. And Ensminger right away driving his opponent off the mat. 8 seconds gone by. Kind of engaging one another there. Ensminger hit the mat right away. And then a hand signal towards Corbin Kraft. Break apart. Ensminger engages once again. Tries to flip Kraft there. Now trying to take out that left leg. Will do. 3 points for Ensminger and the Sabres. He's up 9. Currently in that major decision territory. Trying to give Legacy an additional 4 points in the team score. Kraft, oh, just as he got back to sitting there, I was going to point that out. Ensminger throws him back down to the mat. Taking away the legs there. Ensminger gets his hands away. 45 seconds left in the period. Now goes to work on getting Kraft back to that shoulder. He does. Edge of the mat. Will they stay in play? Yes, for now. 2 near fall points is what Ensminger gets. And now we'll stop. Go back to the middle. Corbin Kraft right now, it's pretty much just about not letting Ensminger get to that pin, and Kraft has done a good job of it. Just 5 near fall points for Ensminger. But a lot of this Most of this first 2 periods, it's been Ensminger with those takedowns and trying to get Kraft onto the shoulder. There, tries to jump a little bit. Momentum carries Kraft onto the left shoulder. Now back to the right. Ensminger seems to have been making his most progress right now. 10 seconds left though. Kraft, he's just got to swim to get this to the third period. Now we'll get a stoppage. Headgear for, oh, nope, those last near fall points got it to a tech fall. Oh, again, it's been a while since we've been wrestling here on the PSP network. Gonna get that figured out here. 4 seconds remaining in the second period, so after 3 minutes and 56 seconds, Joey Ensminger with that tech fall win, up 15 or more points, and it right then and there, and Legacy has a 13-point lead on the Magicians. So here we go, 133. For Bismarck Legacy, it'll be Hunter Olson. Olson, a junior. Legacy does have an open weight class coming up shortly. And they're going off the mat, but 3 points before the stoppage there for Olson of Legacy. He's wrestling Caden Fillion for Minot. Oh my. The NC National Bank scoreboard looked a little weird there. Fillion, he'll even the score. Sorry, take the lead after getting the escape points. The takedown there of Olson. He leads 4-3 for Minot. It's quite a day here in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. All the fans that chose to sit on this side today, both Legacy and Minot High. Not many folks sitting across the way tonight. We're going to reset here in the center. 34 seconds remaining in the first period. 17-4 lead as a team for Legacy, but it's Minot's Keaton Fillion up 4-3 in this match. Fillion's been trying to just hold on to one of the arms of, or one of the wrists of Olson, turn him there. Nate might have something right here. Olson, he's got Fillion's foot though. And so now Fillion might have to worry about the chance of Olson reversing this. Olson rolls over, but time expires in the first period, and it's a lead for Caden Fillion, 4-3. These broadcasts of high school wrestling on the PSP network, brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air, with over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. So to start the second period, Hunter Olson for Bismarck Legacy. I'm going to bring Fillion down to the mat. Had a tough time doing it. Now Fillion can spin around. Olson still has a grip on the ankle there of Fillion, or did. But Fillion's attempt to escape is taken away. Wrestling on the edge of the circle right now. And now spinning out of play. Olson and Fillion. Coming up next at 139. There is a match there, but not at 145. Open weight class for the Sabres. Minot don't want to wait till those last three weight classes to come back against a good Legacy team. But Olsen might be extending the lead right here. Olsen has Fillion on the shoulder. One of them trying to get the right one down. There it is. A win by pinfall for Hunter Olsen of Bismarck Legacy. 2 minutes, 16 seconds for the Legacy wrestler. And the Sabres are up 23-4 on the Big NC National Bank scoreboard. So Minot right now is go time for them. No time to waste, really. Better way of saying it. At 1:39, they have Ty Fillion. Goodness, I'm getting way too confused today. Ty Burton wrestling for Minot. His opponent, Tucker Schurmeister for Legacy. First points going to Minot. It's Burton for the takedown. Burton sends the takedown, hasn't been able to get Schurmeister on a shoulder or even close. I spin him over onto the left shoulder, but now Schurmeister almost a chance to get away. Burton another throw. Unable though to rotate Schurmeister once again. So they're probably let Schurmeister move a little bit. 35 seconds to go in the first period. Ty Burton holding on to the left arm there of Schurmeister. Schurmeister hasn't been jumping out of there yet. Dangerous position. Schurmeister's arm being rotated too far. Clock stops at 18 seconds. Burton up 3-0. 6 points coming up next for Minot High because of the open weight class for Legacy. So 6 points here. Burton trying to throw, but Schurmeister not leaving the mat. And he'll make it to the second period. Ty Burton, the early takedown points, but that is it. No near fall points. And that means not even a chance at a pin. Second period starts. Schurmeister staying up a little bit longer this time. Now 15 seconds. Burton again tries going out of the mat. Schurmeister gets away. Schurmeister getting some instruction from his own bench to throw here. Unable to do so. Burton adjusts the grip. Then goes low. Can he flip his opponent there? Nope. And then another potentially dangerous foul. Which means we'll restart neutral in the center. Final 62 seconds of the first period. Haven't seen much offense here from Schurmeister. It's really been Burton who's been the more aggressive wrestler in this match. But Schurmeister with that 19-point lead for his team. He probably has the ability to be a little more conservative here. Wait for maybe Burton to slip up. Wait for a move that he knows will be coming later on off the mat. Just 7 seconds to count down here in period number 2. Again, we'll start neutral in the restart. And that'll be the end of the second. So to the third period we go, a scoreless second period there between Ty Burton and Minot. And Tucker Schurmeister of Legacy. Third period begins. Burton up top. He has not been able to rotate Schurmeister. Nobody got any takedowns there in the second period, so neither wrestler was able to work on moves like that. There's the first points here for Tucker Schurmeister. Gets an escape. And then Burton the throw. Unable to earn those takedown points, but now it's Schurmeister, and wow, this match flipped on its head with Burton's inability to score in the second period. Schurmeister quick 4 points to begin the third period, and he's got the lead. Just a minute 15 to work with for Ty Burton. Senior for Minot. Burton off to a 9-14 record here in 2024-25. He's got a hold of that leg there of Schurmeister, just needs to rotate. Schurmeister, though, holding onto the arm, maybe worried about landing on his shoulder as Burton with Schurmeister having those takedown points. But just 48 seconds left. See some members of the Minot bench making that motion as well to flip onto that left shoulder, but Schurmeister battling to get Burton onto the right. As a hold of the wrist. Schurmeister, he's in the air right now. There, Burton gets out of that awkward position, but it's not a position right now that he can do a whole lot with. Tries to get to standing, has just 20 seconds left. They're helping him count down. 15 seconds for Burton. He's got again Schurmeister up in the air, needed to stand up, unable to. 10 seconds, and we're gonna get a stoppage. 8 seconds left. Ty Burton a chance. Tucker Schurmeister scored 4 points in a matter of 20 seconds here in the third period, and he has the lead. His first 4 points of the match. Burton has that last chance effort stopped initially by Schurmeister, and that'll be good enough to hang on for the win. What a comeback by Tucker Schurmeister, the freshman for Bismarck Legacy, as they get points before their open weight class. It gets the score to 26-4, but now Minot, their wrestler and 145 pounds, Caden Kraft, and their top wrestlers overall. All he has to do is check in, and he's got the 6 points. That'll make it 26-10. And so now we skip that. Kraft a win by Legacy forfeit. Now at 152. This is going to be a good match as well. Bismarck Legacy sends out junior Clark Thompson, another name that got thrown out there in the pregame show after he had a very nice tournament in the Rumble on the Red. Top 8 finish. That's a tournament between wrestlers from North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, and maybe a few more states as well. And his opponent here at 152 will be Rowan Werner, a sophomore. Werner with some speed we saw displayed in that duel against Williston. Werner, he's got both arms right there of Thompson. Luckily, though, Clark Thompson able to escape from that grip. Again, Werner, the early speed here, looking for takedown points. Not going to get it at the moment. Still holding on to that left leg. And now Thompson counters. And they're going to roll over onto the mat. Thompson Has one leg stuck in the air, using a lot of that upper body here to try and twist. Werner, oh, there he did. Thompson actually got that off and gets the takedown. What a move right there by Clark Thompson of Legacy as he goes up 3-0. Roll back to the center of the mat. Oh, now onto a shoulder. Werner ended up in just a bad position, and Thompson is running with it. Gets the win by pin. Here's your Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Legs in the air and then uses that upper body to spin around and get the takedown of Werner. Impressive job there by Clark Thompson. It was a quick match, just 1 minute and 14 seconds, but a well-earned 6 points there for Thompson as Legacy goes up 32-10, and Minot, now the team with the open weight class looming, is going to need points almost the rest of the way to try and get an overall win. It's not a match again that counts towards postseason qualification. At 160 pounds for Minot High, it's Gavin Tanberg, and for Bismarck Legacy wrestling at 160, it's Sean Peterschick. 3-point takedown for Peterschick of Legacy. Now we're off the mat just 12 seconds in. On the restart whistle, Peterschick looking for that rotation already. Tanberg, though, holding up right now. Peterschick holding that right arm. Readjust. Peterschick obviously wanting to work quickly, but maybe not too fast after what he just saw in that last match. Another 3-point takedown after that quick Tanberg escape. We saw an early takedown for Minot's wrestler Rowan Werner at 152, but then Legacy was able to counter and eventually get the pin very shortly after the initial 3 points. But here Peterschick seems to have a little more control over this match. Tanberg trying to crawl away there. Peterschick just hops over to the other side. Has time here in the first period to try and win this thing. Now just 15 seconds are left. Tanberg unable to get off the mat. And it looks like we will head to the second period of wrestling between Peterschick and Tanberg, which gives us an opportunity to talk about one of our PSP Network sponsors, Presswitch Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office. Enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. 5 weight classes remain. Legacy up by 22. It's not a big enough lead yet to call it, but a win by pin here for Legacy, plus an open weight class from Minot later on. And we're getting close to that pin already. 2-point reversal, by the way, for Peterschick. Near fall point count has already gone up. He's going to get at least, or at the maximum 4. If he can't reach this pin shortly, he's got a lot of time to work for it. All he needs is that right shoulder of Tanberg to get onto the mat. Tanberg actually showed some movement there, and then it just a little bit too far from Tanberg, trying to make that one up at the very end, but it'll be a win by pinfall for Legacy's Sean Peterschick at 160, and at 172, the Jack Mitchell sophomore for Legacy against Noah Bledsoe of Minot High. He's a senior. 38-10 lead for Legacy. Trying to do that quick math for you to see whether Legacy has a big enough lead at the moment, but we won't because, hey, there's wrestling, and we're going to enjoy these matches. Mitchell in the white for the Bismarck Legacy Sabres. Bledsoe in the red for Minot. And these are the weight classes where Minot has been able to try and come back and successfully come back this season, starting at 172 pounds. And you see Bledsoe make some good early progress here against Mitchell with the takedown. 3 points on the board for Noah Bledsoe. I don't know which way he's going to try and turn Mitchell right now. Maybe wait for Mitchell to move to make that decision. So to hold the right arm, the elbow. There, Mitchell goes up to knee and then drops onto the left elbow. So now Bledsoe has a move to make. Mitchell able to use his legs right now. Just heard Minot's coaching staff say just worry about the wrist right now for Bledsoe. After I just mentioned that Mitchell's able to use his legs, but there's the turn, the tilt, and a win by pin for Noah Bledsoe of Minot. And I think it's got to be wins from here on out for Minot High School just like that. Keeps Minot hanging around. Now you have the open weight class for Minot, though. James Marks for Legacy will not have an opponent to face, so move the score now to 44-16, and we're into our last 2 matches of the night already. It's flown by. At 2:15, it's matchup of Lincoln versus Lincoln. In their first names, Lincoln Lamar for Legacy against Lincoln Brooks for Minot. I believe it's 44-16. There we go. So with this lead of 28 points, it'll be a Sabres win on the road, but for individual stats, for the overall team score, we'll wrestle at 215 and 285. Brooks gives that extra shove there as Lamar got back to standing and will reset in the center. Got a Press Switch Orthotics player to watch segment today. It was filled in by Lincoln Brooks for Minot, 19-4 this season. Brooks, one of the leading wrestlers for Minot High here in 2024-25, which I think for Minot, where would you place the expectations? Well, obviously first getting out of this Pool B this year and making that region tournament, and they probably have a good shot at getting in the 4 that go to state. It'll be tough competition though, especially from the Bismarck schools that we've seen. They were battle tested against Williston in the opening match of the season. The rumble at the Red Varsity Tournament. Lincoln Brooks had a pretty early exit. Was able to wrestle in just 4 matches before he lost his second. A tough 215 weight class. Gets to the ankle there of Lamar. Has a chance to put Lamar on his back. Lincoln Lamar strong. Holding on to that grip around the hip of Brooks. But now he's upside down. Brooks spin around again. There's onto the back. 3 takedown points for Brooks as the first period comes to a close. Big time points there for Brooks before time expired. He's up 3-0. A lot could have happened there for either wrestler, good or bad. It's Brooks in front. As for Lincoln Lamar this season, he's 17-5, very comparable record to Lincoln Brooks. Lamar a junior, Brooks a senior. Lamar trying to use that hole he has on the right leg of Brooks to rotate, but Brooks, he does his job, gets the escape, and leads 4-0. Oh, Brooks let go there and turned his back towards Lincoln Lamar and then nearly went out of bounds. 37 seconds to go in the second period. That could have been interesting. Break apart at 10 seconds to go in the second period. Lincoln Brooks of Minot in front 4-0. Keeping an arm's distance away, and that's the end of the second. I want to thank another sponsor of the PSP Network right now. Ryan Family Dealerships. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online at driveryan.com. So the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot, inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS store. Also on the PSP Network right now, wrestling from Bismarck. Century at Bismarck High. Boys and girls duel there from the capital city. The girls duel here between Legacy and Minot High. Now that's happening in Bismarck. Both wrestlers here standing. Brooks holding on to the right leg of Lamar, and they are going out of bounds. Lamar actually ended up on the basketball court. Looks like the Bismarck crew is already on to their second duel. After the girls' match was completed. And we're almost already done here for Minot. Quick show today on the PSP Network. Once this duel is done, we aren't done. We've got the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. While you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com. We had a throw by Brooks, and then Lamar try and slide off the mat. Eventually they'll reset. Just a minute left in this match at 2:15. Lincoln Brooks of Minot in the lead, so as it stands, they'll have to win by decision. Unless Lincoln Lamar can put something together here. String of moves to get a quick pin or the reversal. Lincoln Brooks, he doesn't like that idea. He's just going to win this himself by keeping Lamar on the mat. So we get prepared for our final match of the day. 36 seconds remain. Lincoln Brooks of Minot looking for his 20th win this year. Now half a minute away. Lamar does get to standing. Okay, there's the escape. And now he's got just 20 seconds left to throw in a takedown as well. The pressure's on you, Lincoln Lamar. Brooks again trying to keep that distance. 10 seconds left for Lamar. He's down And he's not moving. 3 seconds. Oh, just late. Oh, just late. If that match was 1 second longer, we would have had a tie. Lamar just wasn't moving there for about 4 seconds. It cost him too much time to make that last move. So a win by decision for Lincoln Brooks of Minot. Here's that last one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. We'll see him get up here in a great position, actually get the takedown, but the buzzer went off a second before that move was made. So it'll be points for Minot in regulation. And now we go to our final match today at 285. So Liam Neff for Minot. We're already off the mat. Liam Neff for Minot against Jackson Logan of Bismarck Legacy. Well, with the win, Legacy will get back above 500 on the season. They're only 1-1 in Pool A with just 2 of those pool duels to go. They're 1-1. They only have 4 opponents in Pool A. To qualify for that West Region team tournament. Takedown for Liam Neff of Minot. He leads 3-0. Trying to get to ankle there of Logan. Has a right one. Onto a hip. Making progress, Neff, and getting Logan turn onto his shoulder. Logan gets the standing, he goes out of bounds. Had to look at an escape there, but Neff was holding on to that wrist the whole time. Final 10 seconds of the first period. It's Liam Neff of Minot leading. And that's the end of the first. It'll be Legacy's decision here as to how we start the second period. And Jackson Logan, the freshman, will start down. Just the 7th match of the year. Sorry, I have the wrong wrestler here, as this is Justin Shearmeister, not Jackson Logan. Justin Shearmeister in his 18th match of the season. 10-7 so far. Shearmeister for Legacy in the white. Trailing 3-0 to Neff of Minot in the red. Liam Neff here in this match. Experienced wrestlers for Minot. Junior looking to get closer and closer to that even 500 mark as an individual wrestler this season. Neff currently 11-13. Mentioned the name Cale Risbrut, freshman who's been wrestling well against this competition in individual tournaments. Yet to get a chance, though, to wrestle varsity in these duels at 285. It's been Neff this season and doing well here against Shearmeister. Has him on his shoulder, near fall points accumulating for Neff. 40 seconds to try and get this pin. gets it right there in just 6 seconds. Liam Neff with the win, closes out the day for Minot High. It was a good finish for the Magicians as they get the final 12 points, but Bismarck Legacy, it's an overall great day for them. A win on the road, 44-25. We have the Planning C Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame next.
Of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Welcome into our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show on the PSP Network. Shots Crossroads is your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com for their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. Your final score today on the BNC National Bank scoreboard: Legacy 44, Minot High 25. It was a duel that Legacy built a lead early on, and in the matches that Minot needed to win, they didn't. Legacy was able to call this one a victory with about 3 matches to go, with that open weight class for Minot High playing a big part. It was ended up being just a 19-point difference, with Minot High closing out the duel quite strong, as we expected, with the 215 and 285 weight classes. But overall, again, a good day in the office for Legacy on the road today in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Let's take a look at how it happened. Their scoring summary: Dylan Sandus started off the match with a win to get Legacy on the board against Minot. A win by pinfall over Jack Combs, which was really a match that we're really looking forward to. Going to be a competitive one, and it was. Sandus gets the win by pinfall in 2 minutes and 38 seconds over Combs. Then at 114, it was low scoring, but not for long, as Eli Rogers in the first period actually trailed Blake Schneider, but a big second period, and then enough in the third gave Eli Rogers of Minot the major decision win at 12-4 over Schneider. So Minot got it to a two-point difference, but then Legacy, exactly how we set up this match to be. It was going to be Legacy in the early weight classes, Minot in the later weight classes. Who could pull off an upset and try and win this one for their team? It was Bismarck Legacy that established themselves there at the weight classes between 121 and 139. Obviously, Nicholas Ensminger, one of the top wrestlers in the West region and maybe in North Dakota later on this year. He's unbeaten, 25-0, got a win by pinfall over Taven Blackby, one of his longest matches in a WDA duel this season. It lasted just 1 minute and 17 seconds. That was followed up by Joey Ensminger's win by tech fall over Corbin Kraft. He built a 15-0 lead in just under 4 minutes of wrestling. to earn 5 points for the Sabres. A Hunter Olsen win by pinfall over Caden Fillion just over 3 minutes in. That brought the lead for Legacy up to 29-4, and then it was extended to 32-4 by Tucker Schiermeister with a win by decision 4 points to 3 over Ty Burton. And Burton there, he had a lead for a long time at 3-0, but then it was just late. Tucker Schiermeister got 4 quick points, an escape, and a takedown for him. Burton was unable to gather any near-fall points as well in that match, so Schiermeister wins a low-scoring one 4-3. 3 more points for Legacy there. They went up 32-4. Then had an open weight class, and Legacy kept on going from there, getting back-to-back win by pinfalls from Clark Thompson and Sean Peterschick over Caden Kraft and Gavin Tanberg, respectively. Those were kind of those upsets that we were thinking of in the pregame at 152 and 160 that Legacy used to earn the win there. It was a deficit too big for Minot High to get out of, even with 3 wins in the last 3 competitions. Noah Bledsoe at 172, a win by pinfall over Jack Mitchell at 124. Minute 24. That was at 172, the class. And then an open weight class for Minot gave Legacy their last 6 points. It was Lincoln Brooks over Lincoln Lamar by decision at 2:15 with a score of 4-1. And Liam Neff to end it. Win by pinfall over Justin Schiermeister of Legacy. Almost 3.5 minutes into that match, the halfway point. Got Minot High to 25, but not enough because Legacy scored 44. It was a 38-10 lead for Legacy at one point, heading into our last 4 matches. With that open weight class later on, just too much for Minot to come back from. Sorry for that camera angle there. We have people in the way. I was following something else, but Legacy 44, Minot 25 there, your final score. From the Magic City Campus Gymnasium today. How about we hand out some of the awards? Your Sport Clips MVP today. I mean, there was just a few dominant wins there for Legacy. Obviously, Nicholas Ensminger, Joey Ensminger back-to-back as we expected. Got big wins there for Legacy, but in the matches that were really going to be big for the Sabres to win this duel overall at 152 and 160, it was Thompson and Peterschick that came up big for this team. And I'm especially looking at Clark Thompson at 152 up against one of Minot's top wrestlers of Caden Kraft. And I think he got down early, if I remember correctly. Kraft had the lead, but Thompson was able to fight back and actually got the win by pin in just a minute 14 early in the second. So I think Thompson's match there for Legacy really got the Sabres. Obviously had a big lead before that, but to secure the win, it was Thompson that kept that ball rolling for the Sabres, and then Sean Peterschick built that lead that Minot couldn't come back from with a win over Gavin Tanberg. So Clark Thompson, your Sport Clips MVP today. Sport Clips brings the MVP haircut experience. Check it online with the hairstyles today at sportclips.com or using the app. And how about for our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game? At Magic City Home Leisure, they are spa enthusiasts, and they get you set up with hot tubs, pool tables, patio furniture, you name it, at Magic City Home Leisure. Again, enthusiasts in home and spa. Your move of the duel today, I think it was Legacy. I got that replay a while ago, but it's not coming back here for this segment of the post-game show. But just that, what was it, a takedown from being on his own head, and I think that was Thompson even. There at 152, our Sport Clips MVP. He was upside down. Or no, it was actually in that match Hunter Olsen against Caden Fillion. He was had his legs going up, both of them up in the air, and had the use of his hands. And they're saying he just has to push off, use some of that upper body strength to rotate, and he did there against Fillion, which would eventually lead to Olsen's win by pinfall there at 133. So just that athletic move from Hunter Olsen, that's going to get you the Magic City Home Leisure move of the duel today. And that does it for our planning team financial advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Your final score today, a Legacy win. They improved to 3-2. Minot High drops to 1-2. And yeah, now January and February, this is really big time for these duels. A lot of them back to back to back. Not many individual tournaments remain for these teams until you get into that postseason time. So repeating myself once again, Legacy and Minot two teams that are in the hunt this year. They're not probably going to be teams that are going to be on top of their respective pool standings by the end of the regular season, but definitely teams that will have an opportunity and will be able to contest for those 4 team spots at state. And, of course, plenty of great individual performances on the mat tonight for both the Sabres and the Magi. Well, that does it for us today inside the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Once again, I'm Owen Patterson repeating your final score for the final time. It's Bismarck Legacy 44, Minot 25. We have basketball and hockey the rest of the week. Wrestling night again on the PSP Network next Thursday. Hopefully you join us then. But until then, have a good night, everybody.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh? Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.